What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Robots in Disguise Warrior Class Autobot Jazz. Autobot Jazz did arrive today from BigBadToyStore.com. Back of the box is very simplistic. 9-step transformation from robot to vehicle and back. Let's open him up and take a look. Out of the packaging for Jazz looks pretty cool. I actually do like the look of this robot mode, even though it looks nothing like he does in the show. I mean, I don't know how they managed to pull this off, but this robot mode looks nothing like he does in the show at all. It's really strange. Even though I like the look of this robot mode, the figure does remind me heavily of Transformers Prime Bumblebee. Very heavily, in fact. When I first saw this figure, I thought that this was nothing more than a retool of that original TF Prime Deluxe Bumblebee figure. And I'm wrong. Very wrong. In fact, even though it looks virtually identical, there's a lot different here. Transformation is different, hinges are different, and there are obviously molding differences. Jazz's weapon is this weird lance gun that I actually like a lot. Yeah, he can shoot it as a gun, or he can hold it as a lance sword thing. So, yeah, it's definitely a weird weapon, but I dig it. Jazz has quite a bit of posability in him, though there are some problems. Head is on a ball joint that is limited. Shoulders do move up and down, and then in and out. There's a swivel underneath the shoulder and a 90-degree bend at the elbow. No real wrist articulation except part of the transformation. Ball joint in the hip, swivel just above the knee that is so dang tight you can't even turn it. 90-degree bend at the knee. No foot articulation, but nice wide feet, even though the figure is pretty darn top heavy. You can get some pretty dynamic poses. This is my favorite, but it does take a little bit of fiddling. Head sculpt is pretty good, but he looks like he's been smushed into that helmet. It is obviously a version of Jazz, but it doesn't really feel like Jazz, unfortunately. Now, in the show, he does have a retractable visor, which is, I believe, a first for the character. In the show, Jazz has a retractable visor, which is, I believe, a first for the character. But otherwise, the toy head sculpt doesn't emulate that, unfortunately, and I don't think that would really improve the looks. Transformation is pretty easy, but a little bit unique compared to someone like Bumblebee. To start, combine the legs and fold the feet up underneath the tires. That will form the rear of the vehicle mode. Come to the back of the figure and take the backpack or the roof of the vehicle mode and fold it down. Don't snap it in yet, because what you're going to do is first come to the shoulders and unhinge the shoulders from their location, and then fold them down to just outside the abdomen. Then rotate the arms forward, or I should say rotate the arms forward while flipping the shoulders back, fold the fists in, and then grab the chest and flip it down and collapse the wings that are the doors into a more door-like position. The reason I had you leave the roof of the vehicle loose a little bit is so we can actually peg the edge of the windscreen into the area just inside the doors. So we just kind of peg that in all together, snap it down, and close the doors. And then we flip this white section that was on the back of the head and snap that into place. Then we come to the shoulders, or the wheels, and make sure the arms are pointing straight down, fold the wheels in to form the wheel wells of the vehicle mode, and then take the arms, fold them up, turn them over the head, like a certain couple of GoBots that I know of, and peg them underneath the hood. And that's it. We end up with a very interesting vehicle mode. Jazz's alt mode is plain. There's not a lot of detailing happening here, but it's not bad, it's just plain. There is color in this alt mode, red, white, and blue, and the black for the windscreen, side windows, and the wheels. I would love to see some white or some silver on the wheels. That I can fix. I would love to see more black throughout the figure. Maybe add some black here, and maybe on the hood, and maybe around the spoiler. And I don't know, maybe painting the rear windscreen would be nice? Or how about adding some paint for the grille? That'd be real nice. Now, I could do all of that myself, but I would prefer that they do it because, well, they're making the frickin' figure. But otherwise, the alt mode's fine. I don't have any real problems with it other than the lack of detail. You can peg the gun lance thingy into this mode with no problems. It looks a little weird, but hey, what are you gonna do? Jazz is not a bad figure at all, and I'm pleasantly surprised with that fact. It's a little boring, yes, but it's not bad. This is actually going to be a great transformer for kids, because that's what the RID line is aimed after. It's aimed after smaller kids or younger fans. So I think that they've nailed it with Jazz. I think that that's going to be, or he's going to be a fun figure for them. The Autobot symbol, I did forget to mention, is not centered correctly. It's off level. So yeah, there's that. But otherwise, the figure's fine. And I don't have any problems with the figure, or any major problems with the figure. All of my issues are rather minor. And for kids, like I said, it's going to be a great figure. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video review of Autobot Jazz from Transformers RID. As always, I am Baltmatrix, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and please be sure to stick around for my next video review.